change the title? Whoops. No. Start a poll, start a Q&A. Actually, no, I'll leave that. Ooh. Cool. Yeah, go ahead.
We vibing. All right, cool. Why does discipline scare people more than failure?
A lot of times discipline scares people more than failure because they don't want to endure what discipline truly requires. For example, right? Like if I want to get in shape in the gym, well, what are the things that I'm gonna have to go ahead and Yo, what the hell? Did you see that?
Is that a country?
Did you see that Dodge Challenger with the Chase logo?
Oh yeah.
Yo, what that was fire. I ain't gonna lie, I've never seen some shit like that. And he had a Christmas tree on the top. That was fire. That was fire. Oh my god. Okay, cool. My bad. Let me lock back in. Repeat the question.
Why does discipline scare people more than failure?
Discipline scares people more than failure simply because they don't want to endure what's required, right? For example, if I want to get in shape, well, what are the things that I'm going to have to go ahead and endure in order to be disciplined? Well, I'm going to have to eat the same meals probably every single day. I'm going to have to measure my food. I'm going to have to go to the gym. I might even have to go and get a trainer, right? So it's just kind of like I don't want to endure those things, but here's the main thing, right? You have to endure those things to get to the goal. Yo, the beard look good. Like I'm looking at it in this angle, like the beard look good.
Appreciate it, man. I got to moisturize and
You know
exfoliate
what
when
I'm
I get
saying?
home.
But it's just when it gets thick, like
Bro,
then you can really, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
But like
be out
when
here.
it gets full, it's gonna look good as fuck.
Out here, brother. Hey,
It's because
gonna
even
be-
right now I'm seeing it kind of form. Like
it's filling in, bro. I gotta go to the barber, bro. I'm telling you. I'm trying to be
you don't
like
have to go to a barber, just do it yourself.
I know. I'm trying to be like you, man.
No, I'm telling you, I do it myself.
Yeah, I got it.
You don't have to go to a barber.
I mean, I needed it to be lined up and stuff.
I'm telling you, you don't have to go to a barber for that. When I get a haircut, yeah, I get my beard lined up, but I can do it myself.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
like, I don't get a haircut for like a month.
You also got a thicker beard too. So
Yeah, but
you
the
can
thickness
rock
is
it.
not what we're talking about. We're talking about like the edging. Like,
Yeah, I mean the edging, like you can rock a.
you know what you should get?
What?
Get the little disposable razors.
Oh, they line. Yeah.
Yeah, I use those, and I keep one in like my travel kit and stuff like that. You can just shape yourself up mad quick,
Oh yeah.
and it looks like really clean.
Definitely.
And then also get the Shea Moisture sells like this kit, like a beard kit. Oh my god, that shit is clutch.
I got the oil in the green bottle.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's I don't even use that. That's trash.
You don't
I use the beard balm.
Okay.
The beard balm, and I use the detangler. Oh my god, the detangler. The detangler is clutch, bro. It's clutch.
Yeah, and I need a beard brush.
Well, you could just use a regular brush.
Yeah, well, one solely for my beard. Why do people Okay, yeah. Why do people chase shortcuts instead of skill sets?
Oh wow, yeah. A lot of times people chase shortcuts instead of skill sets because it's what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Instant gratification. There you go. A lot of times people chase shortcuts instead of skill sets because they're looking for instant gratification.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, cool. Like if I just go ahead and scam somebody, right? That's a shortcut, right? I'll get money and I'll be able to go ahead and pay my rent or whatever case it be. But you don't even realize that skill sets, the byproduct of skill sets is money. Right? So it's like I'm able to be paid exorbitant amounts of money through my company, Event Space Elites, because we have the skill set of successfully launching an event space business. We also have the skill set of successfully marketing an event space business. So with all that being said, the money is just a byproduct of that skill set. So go for the skill set because you'll be infinitely wealthy.
Why do people talk more about goals than actions?
People talk more about goals than actions because it's kind of like masturbation in a way. Like it feels good in the short run. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of like that's not the real thing that you want. That's not the real thing that you need, right? A lot of times when it comes down to I lost my train of thought. What the hell? The whole car just fucking shook.
I was wondering, I was like, you want to break?
Nah, I don't have the handbrake. I don't have the handbrake.
On break?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I think it was just like I don't know, recoil. Repeat the question.
Why do people talk more about goals than actions?
A lot of times people talk more about goals rather than actions because it's just a form of like mental masturbation, right? Like I can talk about, oh, I want to be a millionaire all day, but then when I have to look at the actions that are required to become a millionaire, well, then it's just like I don't want to endure that because it's too hard. Well, obviously it's supposed to be hard, or else everybody would be a fucking millionaire.
Mm-hmm. See. Why do people fear consistency? Because it removes excuses. Did you
Huh.
just give an answer to your question?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
I was like, well, I mean, I can elaborate, right? Um, you said consistency.
Why do people fear consistency? Because it removes excuses.
A lot of times people fear consistency because it removes excuses well, yeah, it kind of answers the question. But, well, I'll rephrase it. People fear consistency because it removes excuses,
Mhm.
right? Like if I am going to the gym every single day, well then yeah, I might fear that because it's hard, but then it also removes the excuse of like, oh well, why don't you just go? No, I'm not explaining that right. I don't like the way I'm explaining that.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to rebuild this question. Yeah. A lot of times people fear consistency because it removes excuses, right? And here's the thing about it, right? When you are consistent every single day at a goal, let's take fitness for an example, right? Well, now it's like there are no excuses.
Mhm.
Now it's like, well, I have to go to the gym because I want to be consistent. I have to eat right because I want to be consistent. I have to go ahead and do all the traits and attributes and actions that are required to be fit and be consistent at it to get the goal. So I can't have excuses. Yeah, you can have excuses in terms of actually doing the action, but then in turn, you're not being consistent.
Mm-hmm. There we go. We're getting there. Why do people start something new every month but never finish anything?
Oh my God,
That's
yeah.
called ADHD.
It's more than ADHD. I don't believe in that shit. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't believe in it. Like actually, let me talk about that real quick. I don't believe in ADHD. Like I don't. I just believe in like you have a self control problem.
Mhm.
Now I don't care what kind of heat I get on this video, whatever the case may be. But like the fact of the matter is like yeah, sure, I'm sure there's some type of medical diagnosis, blah blah blah, that people can go ahead and fucking fuck off and get, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I know tons and tons and tons of successful people who these different mental illnesses simply because they don't allow themselves to they don't allow it to be an obstacle. They don't allow it to be a bottleneck, right? And here's the fact of the matter is, right, like all these things are a lot of these things are built on spectrums. So it's like, oh my god, like I'm on the spectrum. Yeah, like, but like what does that mean? Like what does that do? Like what does that do for you? It gives you an excuse to like not be attentive.
Mhm.
How has that helped you at all? You know? What was the last question?
Yeah, you're preaching.
I mean, like dead ass. Like I hate when people say stupid shit like that.
Oh yeah. So why do people start something new every month but never finish anything?
People start something new every single month without finishing things because they feel like okay, like they always feel like it's gonna be something different. Like, oh, I'm gonna be serious now. Well, here's the thing: history repeats itself. And if you weren't serious with the last 12 things, why are you gonna be serious now? Right? If you weren't serious with the first business, you weren't serious with the second business, you weren't serious with the third business, you weren't serious about your credit, you weren't serious about the relationship, what is going to be different now? And if you keep telling yourself that starting something new is the solution, then you're going to keep running into the same issue. You have to get to the root cause of it, where it's like, okay, cool, I'm afraid because I don't want to face my credit. Cool. Acknowledge that. Now we can go ahead and move past it. I don't want to be afraid of failure. Cool. Acknowledge it, and then let's move past it. It's that simple, right?
Why do people crave positivity but collapse under pressure?
Repeat it one more time. Sorry, I was raising these.
Why do people crave positive? Ooh, why do people crave positivity
Yeah.
but collapse under pressure?
Crave positivity. The fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
positivity is a weird.
that's a weird. Like, I
yeah.
don't know if that's the word I would
But,
use. Yeah, let's do another question.
Why do people think success should be stress free?
Ha! 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 Cool. A lot of times people feel that success should be stress free because now it's like, oh, I have more money, I have more resources, I have more things to go ahead and take care of these problems, right? Which is true to an extent.
Mhm.
It's true to an extent. But the thing about it is just you have to understand the problems don't stop coming. And I realized this in my first big business with my event space, where it's just kind of like I thought that when I completed the build out of my space and everything was ready to go, that I would not have any problems. Well, yeah, you don't have any more build out problems, but now you have management problems. You have operations problems. You have financial problems. So it's just like a lot of times people feel that when you build this business, like all the problems are gonna go away. No, the problems never go away. You just have different problems, but the consolation is that the big kicker is that you have more resources to deal with them now. First world problems are different from poverty problems, right? It's like, okay, cool. I could be starving and not have any money in my fridge, or I could just not know if I want to eat at Port Calvin's or Nobu. That's a different problem. Oh, we got a question on the YouTube channel. I have a new space and I'm in the process of renovating and doing construction. Since I can't do tours, what should my social media focus on since I don't have style shoots yet? Why can't you do tours? Like that would be my first thing. Like why can't you do tours, right? But to answer your actual question, right? I mean, the social media should be focusing on the entire process that you're going through, right? Like look at HGTV, right? They are not going ahead and waiting until the house is completely finished. They're showing you the when they bought the house, they're showing you when they negotiated the house, they're showing when they built out the house, they're showing the problems with the house, the contractor problems, the vendors, this, that, and the third, whatever the case may be. They're showing all those different problems, right? So just put that on the social media. But I don't see why you can't do tours yet. Do tours. What was the next question?
Why do people wait for January 1st to start changing? I think this is a good time frame to answer that.
Fucking hilarious. All right. A lot of times people wait until January 1st to start changing because they feel that they're going to be in a different mental state. You're not in a different mental state. You're just telling yourself that. It's like one of the biggest learning lessons that I wish more people would understand is that ready is not a feeling. It's a decision. You feel or you think that you're going to be ready on January 1st. Why? Are you a different person? Are you metabolically, molecularly a different person on January 1st? No. You're the same fucking fat fuck. You're the same fucking lazy person, right? And if it hurts, it's because I'm talking to you, right? No single successful person that I know waits until January 1st. No successful person that I know even waits a month, even waits a week. They start today. That one hurt. That one gonna punch a couple people on the chest.
Oh, good one. Why do people confuse busy with productive?
Huh.
There we go.
Oh my god.
We get into it.
A lot of times people confuse busy with being productive because, well, let me go in a different direction actually. A lot of times people feel, wait, what's the question again?
Why do people confuse busy with productive?
A lot of times people confuse busy with productive because they're just moving around a lot. They're doing a lot of busy work. It's like, okay, cool, like I'm answering inquiries or I'm looking at spaces or I'm shuffling around paperwork or whatever, but like are you moving closer towards the needle? Because going like this and going like this is both movement, but which movement is going to get you to success? Only one of those. We got another question on the channel. Hi, Brian. Please come back to New York. So many empty spaces in Valley Stream. Trying to get one, but they're so expensive. What do I do? You join Event Space Elites and help us. Let us help you get it, mommy. That's it. But yeah, I mean, like, there's so many beautiful locations in Long Island, right? Valley Stream. The problem is that a lot of times people are not going to get those spaces simply because either one, they don't know the questions to ask. Two, the way they're asking those questions comes across very novice-like, or three, when it comes down to the capital and whatnot, like they're just underprepared or they don't know what to go ahead and have prepared, right? So you want to go ahead and know these things. One of the biggest things that Event Space Leads kind of helps our clients with, shameful plug, right, is that we give you guys all the questions, we give you guys all the business plans, we give you guys all these different things so that you can sound extremely professional and ready when you're going and getting your space and going ahead and applying for these properties. So, but yeah, I don't got no money, Brian. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. Well, here's the thing, right? Let's address that real quick, right? Let's address that real quick. The sentence, I don't have any money, right? When I joined my first $35,000 mentorship, I didn't have that kind of money. But what's the difference between somebody like me and somebody who says that I don't have money? Well, it's resourcefulness. So you have to ask yourself every single day, like, okay, cool. If I don't have the funds, am I going to go ahead and be resourceful enough to get it? Or am I just going to say, hey, look, listen, let my situation overcome me? Because we really have two choices, right? We can either overcome our situation or we can go ahead and have our situation overcome us. Which one gets the level of success? Would there be liability concerns if I'm taking potential clients to a construction zone? I wasn't sure if I could. That's a different question, right? So I mean, like if you're like obviously if there's like nails coming down and like hammers being swung and whatnot, I'd be very, very careful. But hey, look, listen, I mean the construction company goes home at what, 5, 6? Do the open houses after. If there's a will, there's a way, right? There's a will, there's a way, right? Hey, look, listen, I did open houses like by the time I had paint on the freaking wall. I had to get his money by tomorrow. You hear me?
One dude didn't have his floors down.
Which one?
The one that was bare bone, the one that had that nice light in the corner
You
in
talking
the
what?
ceiling.
What state?
Shit.
Florida?
No, I wasn't at Florida. It had to be. Was it Cali?
He didn't have his floors down?
There was nothing in there. Like the floors, it was like it was banging up the concrete, breaking up the floors.
That was Florida.
Was that?
Yeah, that was Tampa.
I didn't go to Florida.
I think you did.
Oh shit. Did I?
Yeah, you did. No, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Because we saw 2 venues in the same city.
Yeah.
One was in like Zephyrless or
Oh
something.
yeah. Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And it was a bald dude, right?
Yeah, it was bald.
Yeah, Florida. Yeah,
yeah.
that was in Florida. Yeah, he had nothing in that
Yeah, he
property.
still had construction stuff in there.
You know what I'm saying? That was it. No doubt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh. Why do people avoid long-term thinking? Because it requires patience.
A lot of times people avoid long-term thinking simply because they want instant gratification. And I to be 100% vulnerable here, like I'm guilty of that as well, of thinking too short term. The reason why you want to think long term is because by thinking too short term, you can end up going in circles. So it's like, okay, cool. Like I'm thinking about, let's just take, dating for an example, right? I'm thinking about only dating this girl for 3 months. Well, now you're not looking at her in the lens of a wife, right? As opposed to if you were to think long term, well, then now you'll date a little bit differently.
The boy fire.
Mm.
All the ladies listen to this video.
I'm crying. I'm waiting for a money truck to roll over like in Shoot, y'all are for real.
Why do people envy consistency but refuse repetition?
Wow. Yeah. A lot of times people envy consistency but refuse repetition because they don't realize that they're, in a sense, one and the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, what is consistency? Consistency is doing the same action over and over and over again in some capacity, right? Like we consistently brush our teeth and we consistently eat every single day, but we might not eat the same thing every single day, right? But essentially, in a nutshell, it's the context of doing a very, very similar action the same time over and over and over again, right? But in the context of a business, in the context of self-improvement, it's, well, I'm doing all these different things in order to look at it, get better, and then do it better in the future, right? So it's like I don't work out every single day to look the same or feel the same. It's to get healthier and stronger and fitter, right? So that's why consistency is so important. But you have to understand that for that consistency to happen, repetition needs to occur.
Okay. I don't know about this one, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Why do people hate early mornings until success requires them? I'm not a morning person.
I can be.
I
can be if I need to be.
I'll stay up at 3 a.m. though.
Yeah, here's my viewpoint on that, right? Like, why do people hate being a morning person unless success requires them to? Well, here's the thing, right? Like, you don't necessarily need to be a morning person to be successful. Like, I know plenty of guys who wake up at 10, but they work until 3. Right? So I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's not about the number of hours. It's not about counting the hours, but it's about making the hours count, right? Because here's I'll use myself as a perfect example, right? I remember there was this one point in my life where I got caught up in the whole 5 a.m. blah blah blah, right? And it was just kind of like I was waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But here's the thing: I was tired as fuck by like 11, and I was so tired to the point where it's like my workouts were shit. So it's just like I was over here waking up at 5 a.m. and having all this extra time in my business or whatever the case may be, but I wasn't getting much more done. As opposed to now, I wake up when the fuck I want. I don't set alarm clocks. Unless I have a flight, I do not set alarm clocks. Yes, I typically go to sleep around the same time, so I'll typically go to sleep around maybe like 11 or 12, unless I like, I go out or something like that, and then I'll wake up at like 8. But like I like as long as I wake up at 8, I go ahead and do my work. I get what I need to get done, and I have a productive day. But I also have a team, so yeah.
Chico.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, let me speak on that for a second, right? Because a lot of times people like I don't like when people say, "Oh, you don't." Not everybody has the same 24 hours because
Someone said that.
I know. Right. Like some people disagree with the statement that we all have the same 24 hours, right? Like, oh well, Beyonce doesn't have the same 24 hours because she has a team and she has this. She was that. Was she born with that though? Real talk. Was she born with that? Was Beyonce born with all the skills and all the talent and all the team and all the knowledge? Was she born with that? No. So you're making fucking excuses for yourself. You're making excuses to the point where it's just like you're trying to give yourself a way out in terms of why you're a special snowflake and it cannot work for you. When you instead of acknowledging the fact that this person has just made decisions that were better and different than yours. That's it. It's like there are 30-year-olds that are fucking bankrupt and there are 30-year-olds that are fucking millionaires. You choose which one you want to be.
This is a good one. Why do people give up at 40% effort and call it burnout?
40%, that's such a random number. Like,
I feel like people don't know what a true burnout is, or people that haven't really.
So how would you rephrase that question?
That's crazy. Why do people give up at 40% effort and call it burnout? I don't know.
So I mean, we could say something like, why do people give up when they're tired and call it burnout?
They don't give 100%. How about they don't give 100%?
Why do people feel burnt out before they give 100%?
Before they give 100%.
Okay.
That can definitely work.
Okay. Ooh, okay, yeah, I like that better. Yeah. A lot of times people give up and feel burnt out before they give 100% because they're spending time on the wrong shit and they're not getting the validation from it in order to feel like their time is worthwhile.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like a lot of times it's kind of like, okay, cool. If I go ahead and spend all day cleaning my house does not look clean, well, I might feel burnt out because I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor. Right? As opposed to like, okay, cool. Now the house is fully clean. My family comes over for dinner. We have a nice dinner and everybody feels good. I might internally feel fatigued, but I might not feel burnt out. People only typically feel burnt out when they're not seeing the fruits of their labor, right? Or I'll add a caveat. I'll add a caveat. The fruits of their labor are not worth what they're putting in. The fruits of their labor are not worth the labor that they're putting in. Right? So it's like, okay, cool, I'm seeing the fruits of my labor, but it's not being worthwhile. Because I've never seen somebody who is making a shit ton of money and hitting all their goals talk about burnout. Yeah, hey, let me. Is a $40 a square foot space too expensive? What do you think about triple net? Nothing's wrong with triple net. It ultimately comes down to just like the total how much you're paying, right? Is $40 a square foot too much expensive? Absolutely. $40
a what?
A square foot. Per square foot.
Damn.
Why you say that?
That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, like everything's context, right? So I mean, like $40 a square foot. If you have a, $40 a square foot, but if you have like a fucking medical clinic, right? Like a med spa or something like that, you'd probably be caking easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need a lot of space. You know, and every single one of those rooms are fucking doing Botox. That's like $2,500, right? You know what I'm saying? So like med spas are actually not a bad business whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they're you gotta understand what business you're really in. You gotta understand what business you're really in. Like med spas are not in the business of like aesthetics. Like med spas are in the business of like making people feel beautiful.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand what business you're really in. So it's like you have to convey. Like for example, there are plastic surgeons that are fucking broke, and there are plastic surgeons that are fucking caking. Like that Asian dude, I forget, I can't remember his name, but and then Dr. Miami, right? It's like people see that transformation, they want that, and that's what you're selling. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I'm in New York, Brian. Yeah, I mean it doesn't. Though I still feel the same way I feel about the $40 a square foot. You know, it's so funny. Like people talk about location all the time in terms of like, oh, I can't do it because I'm in New York. I can't do it because I'm in Atlanta. I can't do it. Like, I've done this in 43 out of 50 states. It doesn't fucking matter.
In different
There
countries.
and well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider Canada a different country, right? I mean,
I,
it is a different country technically, but I mean, like, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like US 2.0, right? You know what I'm saying? But like everybody considers themselves a special snowflake, where it's just kind of like, oh well, I'm gonna go. Like, I can't do it because I'm in Miami, or I can't do it because I'm in Wisconsin, or I can't do it because I'm in Texas. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. I've done this in 43 out of 50 states. It does not matter. It does not matter. It does not matter. At the end of the day, you have to face the true fact and reality that you either don't know how to find a good deal or you don't know how to market. And if you don't know how to do these things, you do what?
ESC.
ESC.
There you go.
When will you be doing venue tours again? Those are my favorite videos. Yeah, everybody loves the venue tours. Everybody, like, we were literally just talking about it and things of that nature. The only thing about the venue tours is that they are a lot to put together. Like, we literally, like even my videographer Trey, like, he knows how much fucking work goes into those, and it's just kind of like, first we gotta arrange a date with the client. You know what I'm saying? Then obviously we gotta get the videographer, and then like obviously if it's out of state, we have to fly, we have to get a hotel. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into those venue tours, and it's just to also kind of give you guys a like more context. Like it makes me a flight risk because then my life insurance goes up because I'm flying so much. Like the last venue tours that we did, like we did
Really?
set what?
They tracking that?
Of course, of course. Try to get life insurance as a pilot.
No, I mean, like as a passenger, they tracking that?
Well, but I mean, they ask me what I do.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
And then they ask you questions like, like how often do you fly? Do you smoke? Do you drink? Like even when it came down to my migraines, they asked about all that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they ask about all those because all those things factor into how much of a death risk you are.
Yeah, I need to check my policy.
You know what I'm saying? And especially like I'm not gonna say how much my policy is, but like I have a big policy.
Yeah,
So it's like they're not about to put a stamp on a nigga like that, you know what I'm saying, without getting these questions answered, you feel me? But to kind of go back to the venue tours thing, like we absolutely love to do them. The next ones that we do will probably be in Atlanta again, just because I'm local here, or in New York. So that the way we'll probably do the venue tours again, I actually meant to talk to you about that because we're probably gonna do it like this, is that we'll do them in clusters. So we'll hit one city like Houston or something like that. We'll do like 7 like in a row, like pop 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 pop. So we're not too much jumping around or anything. You want to go to Houston? You can do Houston.
yeah,
Yeah, fuck it.
yeah,
Go to
yeah,
Houston.
yeah.
Might do Houston.
Shit, why not?
Yeah, y'all let me know. Should we do Atlanta, New York, or Houston? I don't feel like doing Cali. That's a fucking 5-hour flight. Like I'm not doing that shit. All right.
Got anybody in Boston?
Huh?
You got anybody? You got
We
somebody
do
in
have
Boston?
somebody in Boston. Yeah,
How many people in Boston?
like 2. I wouldn't do Boston.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
It's not. The juice isn't worth the squeeze.
yeah,
Yeah. Because Houston, we can knock out like 7.
yeah,
New York, we can knock out like 10. Atlanta, we can knock out like 8. Like,
yeah.
fra, fra, fra. You know what I'm saying? So those are the ones that we'll probably do. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably do it like that. Okay, cool. What's the next? I got my Chinese lesson in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What question are we up to?
But we basically knocked out the whole section.
Yeah, but like we had like how many questions are we up to?
Shit.
We didn't do 120. There's no
No,
way.
we didn't do 120.
Yeah.
No. We probably did maybe like half.
Okay. So
Yeah, we probably did like half.
it is what it is. We started kind of late, so.
Okay, let's just knock out this one. Why do people post wins but hide losses?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
A lot of times people post wins and hide losses because they just don't want to be looked at as a loser. That's it. Right? They don't want to look at failing at something. Some people have such an inflated sense of presence that it's just like, I myself cannot fail. Which is why every year I post all my failures. Like I post how I lost money, I lost team, I lost this, lost that. Like I mean, at the end of the year, I'll post how I lost like $100,000 on a property I bought. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, and this is gonna go into the next thing that I talk about. I feel like your losses make you human. Your losses make you human, your losses make you transparent, and your losses add credibility to your wins. Because I would look at somebody very, very differently who just always posts their wins because then I know that it's fabricated.
Mhm.
All right. Um, do AI and put yourself in the videos without actually going to these states. I cannot do that. That would have ruined the credibility of our company.
Yep.
The reason those venue walkthroughs do so well is because it is live and it's real and it's humans. Like, you can't fake that. You can't fake that. Like, you cannot. Like, I've never had a single person say like, "Oh, well, I don't believe the venue walkthroughs." Like, you can't fake that. How on earth would I green screen myself in somebody's venue? I mean, I'm sure there's a way to go ahead and do it, but like, fact of the matter is, I don't think I have the resources to do that. Like, even if it was possible, which I'm sure in this day and age it probably is, but like, the fact of the matter is that that's very far fetched, right? And that's what makes the venue walkthrough so real and so powerful.
Yep.
Right. If your team needs IT or tech support help, let me know. I'm experienced. I appreciate that. We actually have a tech support team, though. Shout out the tech support team.
Shout out tech support.
Shout out tech support.
Which
Which is available to our clients and event space elites, of course. Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I guess last one. I think this is a good one for you. Why do people envy the rich instead of studying them?
Wow, that question could go into so many different directions. Right?
That's a good banger.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to end it off. Yeah, a lot of times people envy the rich because they confuse rich with greed, right? Like, a lot of times people like I saw this one lady post make a post on X where it's just kind of like, oh well, billionaires shouldn't exist because there shouldn't be that much greed. Well, no billionaire inherently chose to become a billionaire. They became a billionaire because they provided so much value in the marketplace, but it was a byproduct of their value. So I mean, to say that, like, to envy somebody who's rich instead of just kind of learning from them would just be counterproductive, and it would almost be like taking a victim mentality, because you'd be, one, telling yourself that this shouldn't be that this isn't normal and it shouldn't be a thing, and then two, you're telling yourself that it's wrong and it shouldn't exist, both of which are, again, like I said, counterproductive.
Bam.
Cool.
And
You're super authentic and real. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate that. All right, cool. Yeah, we gotta to go.
and wrapping it up.
Yeah. I'm hungry. Bada bing, bada boom. Grrr.
Great questions. Great answers.
Yeah. A lot of people are not rich, they just have a lot of money. Very interesting take.
Yeah, if you want to get deep into that,
If you want to have a conversation.
that's a double entendre.
Why would you park a freaking scooter right in the mid? People are funny as hell.
You don't want to pay for parking.
Yeah, but I mean, like, out of all places, you're gonna park it in the middle where people have to drive to get into their building. Like, that's not very nice. Oh my god, I'm late for my Chinese lesson. 我可以刷一点后堂哦。
Now go ahead and say something for the people.
I just did.
Nah, some more.
That is so funny.
Or say it to them.
That's crazy, yo. We just passed a car full of Chinese people. Well, Asian people, excuse me. I don't wanna assume. I don't want to assume. For everybody who doesn't know, I'm actually learning French and Mandarin Chinese right now. So soon we might be able to have Event Space Elites China and Event Space Elites Français. Expand our reach. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's venue owners in France.
I'm definitely pulling up.
No, that'd be lit.
I'm definitely pulling up.
I've been to Canada to visit our client in Canada.
Yeah, you know the.
Huh?
You told me about the issues she was having because of different country regulations and da-da-da.
I did? Oh, that was a while ago.
Exactly. I really hate that y'all came back into y'all spots here.
What do you mean? Oh, well, I mean, it is what it is. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm trying to save 20K, Brian. Hopefully, I'll come see you by April. Shoot, if we're still 20K in April, I'm doing a bad job. Now, let me stop playing. Yo, love y'all.